Hello, my fellow reselling friends. Today I am going to be pulling and packing 16 sales from this weekend, and I will be sharing with you how much things sold for and how long and where I got them. So this first item was actually inventory that was given to me by my brother-in-law, and this took 190 days to sell. My profit was $17.92, and that sold on eBay. It was an Old Navy top. This next item is a lot of Paw Patrol mini figurines, and these were my son's, and it only took 4 days to sell. So my profit was $18.50. Those also sold on eBay. I am slowly going through my kids' toys and getting rid of the ones that they no longer play with. This next item is a woman's Duluth Trading Co. top, and this took 34 days to sell. I found this at the Goodwill outlet. So my profit was $15.92. This also sold on eBay. I'm pulling all my eBay sales first. This next item is a beautiful Rachel Zoe. I don't pick this brand up all that often, but this was new attacks and I thought it was worth it because it was also a linen blend. I loved the print, and this took 90 days to sell. I paid $4, so my profit was $16.75. This next item that I am pulling is a cabbie black lace long sleeve top, and this was actually given to me by my wonderful grandma Minnie. She dog sits a lady, and this lady gives her clothes that she doesn't wear, and so my grandma tries them on, and whatever she doesn't want she gives to me and I resell, and she buys like tons and tons of cabbie. So this is where I get all my cabbie items from. This took 82 days to sell, and my total profit was $16.48. I don't know if I would recommend picking this brand up unless you can find it for cheap or if it's given to you and if the size is right. Otherwise, yeah, you be the judge on that. This next item is a new dad shirt kangaroo thing. You can hold your baby in it. This was given to me by my sister-in-law, and it took 8 days to sell. My profit was $39.23. And my last eBay sale are these American Eagle highest rise mom jeans, size 2, and these took 299 days to sell. I found those at the Goodwill bins, and I paid $2 for them, and my profit was $18.37. So those were all my eBay sales. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull some sales for Poshmark, and I have one curtsy sale. So this first item that I am pulling, I sold these Betsy Johnson jelly sandals. I found those at the Goodwill outlet, and those took 206 days to sell, so my profit was $5.05. I will not pick those up again in the future. So this next item I am actually pulling for curtsy. It is this Roland Morat for Banana Republic. This took 850 days to sell, and my profit was $8.03. I think I got this at the bins in Seattle, but I am not positive on that. This next item is this Varley tank. This took 535 days to sell. I paid $3 for this, so my profit was $12.20. This next item that I am pulling are these Gap men's chino shorts, and they have a really cute cactus embroidered detailing. I found these at the Goodwill outlet. They took 38 days to sell, so my total profit was $8.05. I do remember finding those at the Romeoville location, and I don't normally pick this brand up, but I thought they were so cute, and with spring and summer coming up, I thought it was okay to pick it up, and I'm really glad I did because they did end up selling, so that's wonderful. So this next item is this Theory black long sleeve mini dress. It was a size 00, and this took 443 days to sell. I do believe this came in a ThredUp bulk box. My profit was $14.50. Alright, that is everything that I need to pull from my inventory room. I do have to go pull a couple items from my closet in the guest bedroom. I keep my big bulky items as well as the box full of pocket squares. And speaking of pocket squares, I did sell one pocket square, and this one was actually on eBay as well, and it took about 75 days to sell, so my profit was $7.41. And then this gorgeous Zara knit chunky knit sweater, I found this at the bins in Gary. I do remember that. It took 57 days to sell. I paid around $2, and my profit, this sold for $70 on Poshmark, so my total profit was $54. So this was the highest sale that I had this weekend. And I am just so happy that this sold on Poshmark instead of eBay, because if you know, everything is costs, like the shipping on eBay, it would cost a lot more. So I'm really grateful that it sold on Poshmark. And then I had a couple more sales later on in the day, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull those. And I had one eBay sale, I think, and this is this Vince striped top. I found this at the Goodwill outlet. This only took 37 days to sell, and my profit was $23.54. I was very surprised that this only took 37 days, because Vince can take a really long time to sell sometimes. So I'm really happy that it sold. It was just a super lightweight top, and I do remember actually finding that in the bins in Romeoville. And then my last Poshmark sale to pull is this really gorgeous Liverpool New Tag embroidered blouse. I paid $2 for this at my local thrift store. It took 91 days to sell, so my profit was $14. And this top did have a lot of watchers on eBay as well as some likes. I did get a bunch of lowball offers when I first listed this, but I'm really glad that I waited it out, because I was able to get a little bit more for it. I do believe Liverpool is a Stitch Fix brand. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments down below. But now I am going to go ahead and pack all these items up and get them ready to be shipped. Okay, this first item is Vince, and you'll know how much these things have sold for and like what my profit was. I'm doing this video a little bit differently because I do want to tell you guys where these items are going. So I'm going to be doing it a little differently. So I don't know my exact profit on this, but this did sell on eBay, and this is going to someone in Lake Tahoe, California. I have been to Lake Tahoe once or twice when I used to live in California, and yeah, it was very beautiful. Okay, sorry, my son was going to bed. So yes, this Vince top, I do remember I did find this at the bins in Romeoville, I believe. And I would definitely probably pick this up again. Now Vince and like Theory, those two brands fall under the same category for me. I know they retail for a lot, and some pieces they can definitely sit for a very long time, so I was a little surprised that this sold so quickly. because Vince usually sits for me. Right, we sold another Nordstrom rack pocket square. These things are selling like hotcakes right now, and if I were to guess as to why they are selling, it's probably because it is like a wedding season. And so that would be my guess as to why they are selling right now, because I listed these over the summer. No, I don't think I listed them over the summer. I think I listed them like closer to like a winter. And they are now just flying out of my closet, so that's great. My typical profit on these, because I do charge, I don't charge it for shipping, so I pay for the shipping, and I think my average like profit off of these is like somewhere in the $4 range, because it usually costs like $4 to ship. All right, this next item is, where is it? Did I not fold it? I'm gonna fold it. Oh. So this next item, actually, my brother-in-law gave to me when he was cleaning out his closet. And this is just Old Navy, but I went ahead and listed it because it's free inventory. And, you know, sometimes your girl is a little desperate and need inventory, so I will list, you know, the things that I don't normally pick up. But yeah, this sold on eBay, and this is going to St. Paul, Minnesota, and I love Minnesota. It's a very beautiful state, and not too far from where I live. Last summer we went there for a vacation to go visit my sister-in-law, and it was only about 7-8 hours to get to where she lives. All right. Ooh. All right, so this next item is some Paw Patrol figurines, and I decided to list a bunch more of my son's Paw Patrol toys that they are no longer interested in playing with it. So I went through, because I have all their toys organized, and I decided to list some of them, not all of them, you know, just in case if they want to play with them. But we have multiples of like all the little figurines, all the characters from the show, so I decided to list a lot of different animals, you know, that are not, they're a little harder to find, and they sold. And they sold for $16.99, so that was great. And this is going to Chicago, so it isn't gonna cost me very much because Chicago is not that far from me. So that's great. That was another quick flip. I see Paw Patrol little figurines at the bins all the time. So now I think I'm just gonna keep picking them up and then sell them in a little lot. And yeah, easy money, I guess. All right, this next item is this Rachel Zoe fun little vacation new tag. I love these buttons. They are like wooden. It's really, really cool. And this sold on eBay, and this person actually sent me an offer of 15, and I honestly forgot to go on and accept it. I was a little annoyed just because this is new tags, but they ended up sending me a $20 offer, which I went ahead and accepted because I paid $5 for this at my local thrift store. So that was nice to be able to get a little bit more for this item. It was really cute. I really love the all over like Palm Resort looking. So hopefully who's ever getting this is going somewhere nice for vacation. It is actually going to Vermont, Pittsford, Vermont. VT is Vermont, I think. So That's great. My sales were actually pretty decent this weekend. I have not been listing very consistently because I was sick, as you know, and I have not been able. And what did I just do? I switched. Oh no. Okay, I made a mistake. So this in here is supposed to be a Duluth shirt. So I'm gonna have to repackage this. Where's my scissors? This is unfortunate. I hate wasting these poly mailers. Because, you know, I pay for them. Oh, I'm so glad I caught that. I hate it when I switch things. This is what happens when I get to yapping. Okay, so this is going to Vermont. This Duluth Trading Co. striped shirt, and I do believe I found this at the bins in Romeoville, but I'm not positive on that. I use My Reseller Genie to keep track of my sales, and it tells me like everything, like how long it took to sell, where I bought these items. So that's why when I do these videos, I don't know right off the top of my head just because it's in a program. So I do apologize, but you should know because I should have said it at the beginning when I was pulling these, where and how much these items cost. Just want to double check. Yes, okay, so this is going to Vermont. All right, so who is getting this? Whoever is getting this it's a very lovely, lovely shirt. This is going to New York. St. James, New York. So I wonder if they're gonna go on a little trip somewhere nice and cozy. And this is a linen, like a linen blend, if not a whole 100% linen. I just could not leave this behind, and I love supporting my local thrift store that is not Goodwill, because I know that they actually help the community. So I try to only shop there. In fact, I haven't even gone to the Goodwill in my area in quite some time because I much prefer this other thrift store because their proceeds go to our community. All right, so this next item is a cabbie item, and I do believe my grandma gave me this, so thank you, Grandma Minnie. It's a cabbie, size large, and this is going to California. Pismo Beach. Pismo Beach. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. My furnace just kicked on. So this was a nice, long, lacy, black shirt. And she gets, she dog sits for some lady, and she gives her all her clothes that she doesn't want anymore. So whatever doesn't fit my grandma gives to me to resell. And she always gives me cabbie. I'm not complaining at all because I don't mind selling cabbie. Okay, so this next item is, as you can see, a what do you call these? Wearable shirts that where you can stuff your baby inside and walk around. But this is actually a men's shirt, and this came from my wonderful sister-in-law. So thank you. And this sold on eBay fairly quickly. And this is going to Washington. I went to Washington a couple years ago, and it's so beautiful there. I want to go back. I have one of my best friends lives out there, and she has her own speech pathology clinics. I'll go ahead and I'll link her information down below if you guys are in need of any speech therapy. She does great work. All right, my last eBay sale are these American Eagle mom pants and jeans. And these are going to Kentucky, Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And someone messaged me on eBay and asked if I would take 15 for these. And so I said, sure. I know these have been listed for a while just because of the SKU number. My over thousands, like my thousands and up, those are my newer items. And I know that this is an older one because it's in the 400 range. So I do not even remember getting these or like where I got them. All right, so now we can move on to Poshmark. Get these labels printed. A lot of my sales from Poshmark are from today. So I am very grateful for that. Unfortunately, I do have to cancel one because I didn't realize I had already sold it on eBay. I hate it when this happens. This happens to me quite often. I always forget to take the items off Poshmark when they sell on eBay. It's just so annoying. It's such a hassle to take things off of Poshmark, especially if you have like active offers on it. Like they just won't let you delete the item. Like you have to like go in, change the size, and then you can delist it or delete it. I have to go through those hoops just to delete an item. I wish Poshmark would fix that. But there's only so much I can do on my end. So I did have, how many sales did I have on Poshmark? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sales on Poshmark. And I think I have 1 curtsy sale. So that's awesome. All right, so I get my labels for free. So I always print off the order. I forget exactly what it's called, but it tells me who it goes to, like the username, because with Poshmark labels, they have their username on the label. And so instead of me looking at my computer, I can just look at this piece of paper here that will have all the details for me. So I just look up here and it usually includes a picture. So I know who it is going to, so I don't mix up labels and items and sending out the wrong items, because it's happened before. I am so happy that this big Zara knit cardigan, sweater cardigan, is being shipped on Poshmark. Because if you don't know, Poshmark, you can have up to 5 pounds, and you can have up to 5 pounds and it costs just 1 flat rate. But with eBay, you have to weigh everything, and this is going to Alabama. And so yeah, it would, and the heavier the item is, the more expensive, and the further away it is, the more expensive it's going to be, because you have to pay for your own labels on eBay. So one of the huge like pluses about Poshmark that I absolutely love is you don't have to worry about that. I mean, unless you make a lot of like bundle sales, which I do not. I don't make a ton of bundle sales, but I know those can weigh over 5 pounds, and then you have to request a label that is whatchamacallit, heavier. Okay, so this item, it's a Varley tank, and it's sold on Poshmark, and this is going to California. I don't remember where I got this from, but I feel like it took quite a long time to sell. Yes, in fact it did, because this was my SKU 19. So I love seeing older items go out the door. All right, this next item is a very beautiful cottagecore boho, like, oh, it's like academia maybe, like so many different styles. I feel like this item would fit. And this sold on Poshmark for $20, and this is going to Virginia Beach in Virginia. So thank you so much, whoever bought this. I'm so glad it's going to someone that is going to love and cherish this beautiful piece. And I also found that, I do remember finding that at my local thrift store. So this next item is a pair of Betsy Johnson sandals, and I did find those at the bins. And I probably should have left those behind, but hey, they still sold, so I'm happy for that. And these are going to Jacksonville, Florida. I do have quite a few sales usually that go to Florida, at least on eBay, I've noticed. All right, what is next? I am gonna do this Zara. Okay, yes, she told me to ship it to Alabama. Okay. All right, this next one is this Theory dress, and this is 00, size 00. I'm so glad this sold. And this took a long time to sell because this was also in my 200 range for my inventory. And this is going to Boston, Massachusetts, which I've been there for a high school trip. I think it was our my junior year, when our school does all of that. All right, this next item is a actually pretty quick flip. I mean, pretty quick for the brand. This is Gap, and I could not leave these behind. I just loved the embroidered cactuses or cacti. And this is also going to Illinois. And I found these at the bins, I believe, in Romeoville. And Gap usually sits for a while, so I'm very, very selective on what Gap I pick up. Okay, so now I saved this Zara sweater last, because I'm gonna need to put it in a box, because you know she is a chunky monk. So I'm just really, really happy this sold on Poshmark. And I had this listed, I think, for $100. And if you, I know I haven't done one of these, a live video in a while, and in one of my lives, someone said that I should list this for, I think, $100. So I did, and somebody sent me an offer of $70. I went ahead and accepted it because I did find this at the bins, and I wanted to get rid of it because, as you know, we are moving into spring, so I wanted to get this out the door. I didn't want to have to sit on it until the next season, winter season. So I'm very happy that this sold. I usually put my stuff in like bags, but I don't even think I have a bag that big. So I am just going to kind of wrap it in some paper. I'm not sure if this is not going to look very nice. I got a nice large flat rate box, as you know, with oopsie daisy, screwing up my camera up here. Yeah. I have to reposition this here. So as you know, with Poshmark, you can use any of the priority mail supplies. So, and that includes, even though I've had some mailing people get upset about me using a flat rate box, but so I try not to pick up the flat rate ones just because I don't want to be bothered. Whew. So hopefully this is not over 5 pounds because this is pretty heavy. So this is going to Alabama, and this lady actually messaged me and was like, don't send it to one of the addresses that they gave. She's like, that is totally wrong. And so I was like, well, there's one for Alabama. You want me to send it there? She's like, yeah, that'll be fine. So that's where it's going. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at it. Can you see it? It is 4 pounds and 11.8 ounces. So you know what that means. 5 pound label is good to go. All right, my last sale is a curtsy sale. Oops. Curtsy. And sales over there, not the greatest luck over there. I sold this Banana Republic, and this is a collab with Roland Moret. And as you can see, this is from my inventory 54. So this has been listed for a while. And this only sold for $13. I think my camera got all messed up. Let me fix it here. There we go. So yes, let me just double check on the weight. And this is under 1 pound actually. But I guess they paid for 2 pounds. All right, let's go ahead and create this label. Yeah, I don't sell a whole lot on Curtsy, but it's automatic. Like anything that I put on Poshmark, it automatically goes onto Curtsy. So it's a very hands-off platform in terms of listing, which is nice. But I don't make a ton of sales over there. And this item is going to Pine Mountain, Georgia. I think GA is Georgia. Anyways, all right, well, that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video down below, and if I should continue doing these pack and ship with me's. I have a lot of fun doing them, so yeah, just So let me know what you think of it down below, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye!